I just need my hair to stay out my way. Okay, it looks super bright, but I promise it'll look a lot better once I have everything else on. Just trust the process. We love to fan ourselves. I know what I'm doing, I promise. Just let that sit for a sec. Cheers. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Let's grow this family together. So I've been recently just like obsessing and inspired by like these bad chick energy vibes on Instagram that we all know and see. I'm fully aware that there are apps that can accentuate the look, but like love that for everyone. There is that like vibe that like I see, it's like the smoky look, the smoky eyeshadow, the nude brown lip, the really heavy contour and highlight that I just love, and I feel like it photographs so nicely, and like why not? So I created my technique and version of that look in today's video, and I wanted to share with all of you. It's pretty heavy. I go in pretty intense with like the contour, but just trust the process. The outcome does look like this. If you're interested in learning kind of my go-to Instagram and TikTok makeup look that I feel videos and photographs really nicely, then please continue to watch this video. All right, here we are, bare skin. I have done my eyebrows already with the Anastasia Brow Wiz just because it takes a little bit longer. Everyone does their eyebrows differently. What I'm into right now is kind of a darker, thicker brow with a little bit of an arch. So the eyeshadow is actually very simple. I'm just gonna do like a brown smoky eye that anyone can really master. I'm grabbing this Viseart eyeshadow palette. This is their neutral matte eyeshadow palette. You see me pulling this eyeshadow palette a lot in all my videos just because it's so good. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this palette. I'm grabbing a big fluffy blending brush, and I'm going to dip it into this matte lighter brown shade color. This is gonna be our base color. I'm gonna essentially just put this all over our eyelid in circular motions, and it's totally okay if you get it in anywhere else, really. You can wipe it off, which is why we don't put our foundation on first. So I'm lightly building this color into my eyelid. I'm going in circular motions. I'm bringing it a little bit towards the center of my eyelid, not all the way up to my brow bone, but definitely in the inner corner like this, and then just blending everything out. Bringing it out towards the outer V of my eye as well. I'm gonna grab a smaller blending brush here. I'm gonna go in with this darker brown shade, just picking up a little bit of that product. I'm gonna focus this on the outer V of my eye, just right here, and bring it into the crease right over there, but not all the way in, just to the center. And that's gonna add some definition to your eyelid. It's gonna give you a crease look effect. And it's also gonna darken the outer area, which is gonna give it a smoky look, which I really like. Let's do the same here. Just continuing to build this color here. And then going in with that bigger blending brush and blending everything together just so it's nice and seamless. And the product won't move, so don't worry about it like going anywhere else or like not being there anymore. It won't move. Finally, I'm gonna grab a smaller blending brush again in this darker brown shade color, and I'm really just gonna focus this color again just on the outer V of my eye. I wanna darken that area a little bit more. So I'm just gonna, like I'm doing eyeliner, but I'm bringing it out. And I'm gonna kind of build it into the crease very lightly like that. Just make a outer V shape. And you can see the definition it gives to that eye. It just makes it a little darker. It photographs a lot better. And yeah, we like it. Finally, with that bigger blending brush, just blend it all out like that. Okay, so the last step is grabbing just a flat brush, grabbing this matte, it's like a peach color. It's the darkest shade in here. And I'm gonna put this just right here in the center of my eyelid, kind of that area that we didn't put any product. Just putting it right here. And it's okay if it's not perfect. We're gonna blend everything together, but I'm just covering the bases of everywhere that I didn't apply any eyeshadow. So right this inner corner and then right in the center, I'm bringing it right to where we created that outer V. Like this, and then just building the color, grabbing that bigger blending brush and just blending everything together so it's nice and seamless, and it should look like that. The last step is to just darken it a little bit more. I'm grabbing this dark brown shade color again with a angled fluffy brush. It's like a blending brush. I'm just gonna kind of draw a crease right here just to really give it some more dimension. Very lightly, I'm using a light hand with very minimal product just to build it. It's like those crease looks that you see, you know, when people do it with concealer, and then use the other side, the blending side, and just blend it. But a very natural technique. It still gives you like that cut vibe, but it's not too like intense. All right, that's it. That's it for the eye. Can you believe how easy it is? I'm gonna go ahead and grab some mascara. Grab your favorite mascara. And I'm just gonna go ahead and coat my lashes. You can go ahead and use eyelashes if you'd like. I'm not a fan of eyelashes just because my lashes are pretty long. I don't feel like I need them. But of course, they look great. So if you want to use some eyelashes, some strips, if you have extensions, whatever works for you. Okay, so now that we have basically our eyes almost done, I'm going to start my face and then I'll come back and finish up the lower lash line. Okay, so now jumping into the base of our face, I'm going to grab this primer. This is by Too Faced. It's the Hangover X. This is a classic one. It's really, really good. Just grabbing a few pumps. I have pores right in the center area of my face, right over there on my chin, the bridge of my nose, and then on the center of my forehead. I'm literally just tapping the product into my skin. You don't need to put it everywhere. You don't need to use it like a moisturizer. Just put it in the areas where you need to prime. For foundation today, I'm going in with the NARS Soft Matte Foundation. I'm in the color Valencia Medium 5. This is a great foundation. It's one of my favorites. It's a little bit more high coverage and it's matte, but it doesn't make you feel cakey at all. Putting some of that product on a beauty blender, and I'm going to just blend this, just blending this into my skin. I'm not really putting it under my eye because I'm going to put concealer on and I don't want to overlap it. I'm putting the product all over my face in the areas that I won't be covering with concealer or anything. On my chin, bridge of my nose, forehead. And I don't put a lot of foundation on. I go very lightly with it, maybe 1 or 2 pumps. This is a good amount of coverage for me, and because like I said, I end up putting on more products on top, I don't want to look like I have everything on top of each other overlapping and just like out of place. With Instagram like photos and to really look like a bad boss chick, you want to have a good highlight and contour situation going on. So we're going to go in heavy with all of that. Grabbing your favorite concealer. I can never use just one concealer, especially for a brighter under eye. I like to mix. I'm grabbing the Anastasia concealer. This is in the color number 9. This is their Magic Touch concealer. And then the MAC Prep and Prime. This is their Prep and Prime in Light Boost, and it's a lot brighter. So if you want that under eye brighter effect, I really like this product. It's super old, but it's one of those OG like must have. I'm putting this product right under my eye. This is the Anastasia one, just a couple dots there. And then I'm going to grab the Prep and Prime and just put an additional few dots. You can see how much brighter that is. The two mixed together make the perfect color. And then just put this on my forehead. I also like to put it on my chin and the bridge of my nose. Okay, it looks super bright, but I promise it'll look a lot better once I have everything else on. Okay, just blending this under the eye, really getting under that eye. And then the trick is to literally go up to your temple like that, creating a cat eye lift effect. And I'm bringing this all the way down to like the end of my nose area. Really blending that product in there. It looks wild, I know. Don't freak out. I know what I'm doing, I promise. Okay, so now going back in with your foundation, putting a small pump on there. I'm gonna go back in the areas where I put my initial foundation, and I'm gonna kind of blend that bottom area out like that. Just so that there's no like lines or harsh lines. I'm gonna kind of go over the chin area here. I'm not touching the under eye, but I'm just kind of going right here. Also gonna blend my forehead out a little bit. Now grabbing any cream contour you have, this has been my go-to. It's the Makeup by Mario contour stick. I'm in the color medium dark. I'm gonna go ahead and draw out my contour shade on the cheeks, right over there. Not bringing it all the way down, just kind of on that, if you go like this, right over there, that cheekbone, and then all over my forehead like that. I'm gonna draw 2 lines down the bridge of my nose like that, and right on the tip as well, and then on my chin. And I like this product because it blends really nicely, and that way it'll like mash well with everything else on your face. And you'll see I'm blending it out right here on my chin. I'm just going with a bigger blending brush. This is like a dual fiber brush. It's the MAC 130, really great brush. And I'm gonna blend this product all over my chin, bring it down a little bit. And then in circular motions, I'm gonna blend this on my cheek like this. I'm gonna kind of bring it up in my forehead area, blend that area out, bring it down to my temple, same here. And you see how easy this product is to blend. You wanna work with a cream contour that is very easy to blend and doesn't leave any harsh lines. Look how good the forehead looks. I love it. Now remember, this may easily be too much for a lot of people, and it is too much for me. I don't wear this every day at all, actually. It's a lot of product. I'm more of a fan of lesser concealer, but it's that vibe, that makeup look that you see in all these glam pictures that people have on Instagram and TikTok. Like, it really has to do with just a lot of effort with product and covering everything up. Now, once again, going in with that beauty blender, no product on it, but the foundation side, I'm blending everything together. There is no such thing as over blending. You want to blend as much as you can, everything together. I'm gonna grab the Anastasia Beverly Hills loose setting powder. This is in the color Banana, and we're gonna bake because why not? Grabbing my beauty blender, I'm gonna grab some of this powder on the product just like that. And I'm just gonna go ahead and go over the areas that we put the concealer. It's okay if it gets on your eyelashes. It happens to me all the time. You can just wipe it off like that. We're just baking the product and letting it sit there for a minute just because we put so much concealer on, and I tend to get oily, so I'm not gonna want that. This is a really amazing setting powder. It's also a banana undertone, so it's not gonna be super bright under my eye, and I actually want to like reduce the brightness a little bit because that concealer was super bright, as you could see. So this combined with that will make the perfect color. I'm gonna put on my chin. I'm also going to carve out that contour right here. Put this a little bit on my forehead and down the bridge of my nose. And who doesn't like a good bake? We're literally baking. Just let that sit for a sec. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and brush the product off with just a setting brush. It should come off really easily like that, and you should be nice and matte. Look at that, wow. And you see how the color just looks more natural now? Like, it doesn't look terrifying in a way. You can keep your setting powder on the contour area if you like. I just kind of brush everything off, but what this area does, it just gives you that sharp look right there. I'm going in with my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer, grabbing any one of your favorite bronzers. I'm just gonna grab a smaller blending brush and I'm gonna go over that contour area. Circular motions like this. And you should have a nice cheekbone like that. Really blend your jawline, chisel that out, the tip of your nose. Kind of putting this everywhere we put that cream contour just to kind of bring it back to life a little bit because that powder. And then my favorite part now is blush. I love a good blush. It's all about the blush. I'm grabbing the Makeup by Mario. This is in Poppy Pink. It's a bright hot pink, but it works really well for my skin, so it's not going to look too bright on me. But just grabbing a blush brush and smiling and putting this on the apples of my cheek, bringing it up towards that contour and really blending and building as much as you need. You see how pretty that color looks. I love that. Like that, both cheeks. The more you bring it up, the more it's gonna lift your face like that and give you that lifted look that we love to see. And it should look like that. You should have like a very nice filler look going on, but there's no filler in there, I can assure you. Grabbing your favorite highlighter. This is the Amrezy one, her collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm just gonna put some right here, very lightly, not too much, but just like 1, 2. Literally, it's so pigmented that I just put very little and it's on there. You can put some on the bridge of your nose. I like some right there. All right, we're coming together. Grabbing a pencil brush, going back into that brown shadow in the eyeshadow palette. We're just gonna put this on the bottom lash line to smoke out the bottom, just to give it some more dimension. You can put on eyeliner if you like, really whatever you'd like. I just like to go back in with eyeshadow because it helps make my eyes still feel bigger. You can coat your lower lashes very lightly, just like that, just to show your lashes. But really, it's just a matter of however much product you want to put on. Okay, almost done. It's time for lips. All right, grabbing your favorite brown lip liner. I love the KKW one. He isn't creating products right now, but if you have them and you were able to snag them before she kind of stopped, then use that. But any brown lipstick that you want to use, Cork by MAC is a great one. If you're a fan of overlining, go for it. I like to overline my bottom a little bit. Just the top. And I really line them, so don't be afraid of that. It looks super dark now, but we're gonna go in with the lipstick. Just trust the process. Trust the process. Going in with Honey Love by MAC. I'm just gonna put this over the lip liner and basically everywhere else, and it's gonna settle it down. Any nude lipstick that you love, you can throw it on there, and it should give it a softer appeal like that and make a really beautiful color. I also grabbed, this is by Dose of Colors. It's such a stunning color. It's called Truffle, and just put that a little bit in the center area. It's a matte, but it dries like a sheer, and it makes a really pretty color. Wow. Wow. Just set your face, some Fix Plus, whatever you like. We love to fan ourselves. This makeup looks bomb. All right, we give ourselves a good fan here. And you should be good to go. You should be bad chick ready. That is it for this video. Quite a few steps, but definitely achievable. You don't have to necessarily use all the products I use, but really if you just mirror the colors and the techniques, you should be able to achieve this flawless Instagram vibe. I have listed everything that I did use in this video in the description box below in the case that you are interested. Let me know if you have any questions. Comment down below. I will respond to all of you. I love you very much. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you later.